Hello, I'm Georgi, and this is Totally Bugged Out. This is a first-person game where you play as a guy in the Balkans in the forest. It's a very old house. Now, if you see some of the furniture, I got inspired by my own country in Bulgaria. I like the carpet, although the carpet may have Turkish roots. This is the wardrobe. I have one really similar to this one. I think it's Russian. Um, and the premise here is that you're fighting cockroaches. So you're in this dusty, realistic home in the woods. You can grab whichever objects you can find that are highlighted. This. I wanted to kind of create a bit of claustrophobic, yet chaotic and kind of gross, but in a good way, environment. So you go is very simple. You gotta kill 20 cockroaches before they kill you. So for example, let me try to. Difficult. Even I struggle at my own game. I did some play testing. My friends said that they're struggling because the collisions of the cockroaches are pretty small. So I may end up increasing the cockroaches to make them a little bit bigger, or just their collisions bigger, or just grab the chair and call it a day. It's easy mode, or the watermelon. So the cockroaches, the AI is custom movement. They hug the surfaces, and after they have hugged the surface, they can climb the walls and the ceilings. They have a climbable layer. There you go. They kind of run away in panic once you throw away something near to them, or a nearby cockroach dies. They're fast and predictable. Their speed is varying, and they don't stop coming. There are multiple spawners in the house, so the longer time you spend in the house, the more they spawn. So it's in your interest to kill them as quickly as possible. It's kind of like a horror swarm, except there are no guns. I wanted to refrain from making a game with guns this time around. And there's a lot of object variety you can pick from. Now you saw I can pick books. Some may highlight in green because this will increase my health, and they're throwable as well. Some green objects are with more pills, so they heal more. And this is useful later on when you're close to reaching 20. There you go. But you're running out of time and you're low on health, so you may start looking around. They are all around the house. Bandages and so on. So every throwable item uses a universal pickup throw script. I added a quick outline from the asset store to highlight interactions. It's a very useful script that I barely needed to modify. And it's also very practical, kind of showcase all these items. So each object also is using the same script for the throwable. So this way, I think it's just less resource hogging. Also, the assets are baked in, and this thing is very well optimized for WebGL, HTML5. You can play in the browser. The UI is minimal. And one of my favorite features is this prefab right here, the record player. Now, the record player is a free asset from the store, and it comes with a script that makes it turn animation. So I edited that script so that when you play it on, you also play a music, and I added one more change, which allows you to add multiple songs. So when I press C, I can change the music like that. I can stop it. I can play it again. Okay. Just kind of, I think sound design is really important in video games, and I um, I wanted to make it a little bit more lively. Um, and by the way, these sounds, this music, they're all from Pixabay or they're public domain. Um, so, and I kind of went for more crunchy music, kind of looked like a record player, old school. Um, I think it's a funny contrast, just blasting bugs while swinging jazz or other classic music in the background. Um, so there were a couple of challenges. One of them was the mirror right here. Now, I thought it was easy. I thought it was going to be easy to implement, but it was pretty difficult. I didn't get reflections to work as I wanted, so I just ended up hacking my way in it, and I just used a second camera um, that synced. I synced it to show a reflection of my character, including the animations. It's subtle, but I think it adds some immersion, and I'm more about the immersion. Now you can see my head is missing. That's because I have selected it from the main camera, not to show up, because I don't want it to clip, but my full body is still there. Also, sometimes I'll get stuck. One of the biggest challenges is I'll get stuck. So I had to enable a script that kind of checks my player if I am on the ground, and like every frame update. And if that's not happening, then I'll be forcefully removed from the ceiling, and I just die. I suck at my game. So one problem I had was during um, the lock camera control, the freeze movement. I had to realign the camera um, during the pausing, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm still trying to polish this. Um, I don't know why I had a hiccup there. So far, it seems to work well. Yeah, I think it's when I'm moving, when I press pause, it's still doing it. But if I'm not moving when I press pause, everything's fine. The bugs stop, the pauser stops, the timer stops. So another issue I had was trying to make the cockroaches not fly away. They tend to bug when they interact with some objects, and they hit corners, but it is somewhat acceptable so far. I'm going to work on improving that script so they don't end up flying after they have hit the curves. So yeah, I constrained their rigid body movement and build a custom surface detector to keep them grounded on any walkable or climbable prefabs. And speaking of prefabs, again, most of my assets, actually, yeah, all of them except the cockroach are from Unity. They're free prefabs. I'll provide information for them. Kitchen props, everything's from there. And in the future, I would love to add destructible objects, make everything destructible, so it's a little bit more chaotic. And also, I don't want the player to end up reusing the same item. I want them to feel like they have to walk around and just explore a bit more and try to see the few different items and just not end up using the biggest item there is, like the watermelon. Yeah. So I think one more thing I would do is I would probably include more sound variation, so it's not always the same sound. And I would also like to include things like new maps with flamethrowers, spray cans, so I can spray the bugs, and maybe consider local co-op, but local co-op maybe work better on a larger map. I think it'll be fun, and have a different different score for each player, how much cockroaches they have killed. So thanks for checking out Totally Bugged Out. You can play it on itch.io. No need to download anything. I hope it gives you some laughs, and I'll be making it a little bit more responsive soon. Thank you.